Welcome to the show Coffee with CEO by CEO Club Pakistan and Management House. And the CEO today in my show is a young chap, Mudasser Abbas, who's the CEO and co-founder of Vizz Web Solutions. And there is a lot to tell about him. Number one, he has been the technology partner with 300 brands, mostly from US. His app, Home Safe First, won that AWS, that means Amazon award, and he is also working with the top-notch brands like Cola brand, Digibot and Youtuberverse. How are you, Mudasser?
I'm doing well.
How is it going?
Everything is going awesome. Thank you so much for holding this interview with me. And yeah, everything is fine.
So your office means 3 shifts. So the boys and girls are coming in, going out, coming in, going out. How are you managing all this?
Yeah. Behind that, it's important being a company that we make those policies and those processes which actually run the processes automatically. So that's the thing. And we are working with a large brand, so our availability matters too. And we have to work around the clock.
Working with US brands, mostly 90% of your brands are from US and the top-notch brands. Tell us the name of all those brands which you are currently working with.
Yeah, as we started with really big companies, even in start. And with the passage of times, with the referrals, we start getting many good referrals of the good companies. Some of the names you already mentioned, 300 companies are so many. So initially we were working on the forums, like how normally the tech startups start from small forums, like they are working by bidding on the projects. So what I was doing on that time, like I was bidding on those projects, which was actually nobody's trying to bid even. Like only the single bid on that. Like innovative ideas, very difficult. So
but still you were there. Like, मैं करूँगा.
Yeah, so I will do that. कि मैंने ये करना है. And on that age, it's also in UK, आप challenges लेते हैं और आप to ahead of the technology, you want to get into some innovative and custom ideas. So that's what we were doing. We become number 1 in ELAS in 2011 in plugin development. We were in plugin development, which is now Upwork.
Upwork, yes. Yep.
And then we stopped working on those forums because many clients come through the referrals, and we stopped bidding on the projects. And in 10 years, without the BDO, I managed to reach to the 100+ strength. Right, and then we built the business development team.
Finally you thought
that no, we have to scale and we have to build the business development team. So that's throughout the journey. There are big companies comes, Mastercraft. There are cruise companies in the United States.
Name 5 or 7 of them.
Mastercraft, NorCal Mastercraft. Cola brand is a very big community. There's 60+ projects comes with us. We launched the COVID app in the US on the time of COVID, which was identifying the COVID, sending to the health center, laboratories, whether they can go to the office or not. So those we built a first fully automated trading bot, which is working with the Binance and Kraken. And then we launched another bot in DFI space. Blockchain was so in. So, in 2016-17, we built another team of blockchain. So we launched the next bot. So our trust level was that $20 million raise in 4 hours for the development of that bot with our partners. So almost 20+ companies, they give us the equities too. They give us the reward of our work. They share us. They give us stocks and equities in their companies. So I think that's the overall journey. Now separate teams in AI, blockchain, and ML and SaaS products. We did many SaaS products with a 30+ industry, and now we are shifting towards more into the product development as compared to the service development.
So finally, you will be more into the product development. Yes. So when I was Googling Mudasser Abbas, there was this video that came up where the whole team of Cola brand was standing and they were appreciating you in 2019, I guess, in California. Yes. What was that? Because that made me proud of you as a Pakistani being appreciated by such a big brand of US.
Yeah, that was absolutely a very memorable moment for me in my life. For me, the always satisfaction from the start is, like motivation is when my clients say it's a good work. Right?
You have done a good job.
Yes, and that's a bring a feeling inside me. I can't express in the words. So yeah, I was in Orlando in a conference, thousands of people there, and there was 10, 11 people from different companies standing.
Wearing those pink shirts of the cola brand.
Yes.
And then you were called up on the stage.
Yes. So how they appreciate me and how they actually say about the good words about me, that was a memorable moment for me. And also that shows us how much these people loves us and how much we have a responsibility on us to add the values in their lives, right? So that's a very big thing for me. Definitely that's bring more responsibilities on you because people loves you, people like your work, and that's, you have to carry their responsibility, take them into the next level, their projects. So definitely those.
Why 90% of your clientele is in US? Why? Why not some other areas as well?
Yes, very good question. This is the same thing. Couple of days, one of the Saudi client was asking me. We are working with a Saudi client now. We work with the many different countries.
Okay, it's not only US.
It's not only US. There are Singapore clients, UK clients. Initially, I started from Sweden and Norway. My initial clients was from Sweden and Norway. We built a very big red apple apartment. It was a one-page site, first price. And I make a very big brand, and then they say me that I have to come and join into their office. And I said, I'm running the company. I cannot join you, right? There are other brands that we are working too. So why the US? Because with the passage of time, we learn they are so much understanding in perspective of tech. They are so much professional. Dealing with them in requirement and payment
is easier. Way easier. Even easier than Singaporeans. Seriously?
I not much work in Singapore. It's those are the market we are touching now, Japan market and the other markets. But yes, in Europe, in Saudi, and in other clients, North America is very good in requirement, very good professional, and they give the value to your work. They retain you, actually. They don't think that just we have to get this work done and we have to pay tight and those kind of things. They actually understand, yes, this is a good person, this is a good company. We have to retain them and take them. They will take us into the next
long term. You can say that they believe in the long-term relationships.
Exactly. No payment issues, no such kind of problems. So you can focus on the productivity rather than other issues, language barriers or other problems. There are no other barriers.
So that's the clientele end. Now let's talk about the team. So how many, so there are around about 200 kids working with you. I call them kids. All the IT people, I don't know why, but they are more like kids in our mindset now. How are they? Are you facing any sort of challenges, training them, or any ethical issues which you are facing?
In our culture, in our environment, although the team building is a number one challenge around the world, it's not about in our country perspective. And that is a key thing for any business. If you build in the tech good team, that's actually asset. They are definitely going to take you to the next level. So what if you talk about challenges? Yes, in our there were professionalism, lack of professionalism, integrity issues and kind of things comes in the start. So we keep filtering the team. We keep retaining good people.
But there are good people. What is the ratio of good and average people? Are mostly people the good people or average people?
The people you retain and they stay with you, they are the good.
Definitely.
Right? So you keep filtering the people who, it's not about skills development for experienced companies, not hard, right? So we can train them the skill. That's not a problem for us. Only the thing is a professionalism. So for that
attitude and ethical values.
Attitude, etiquette, and the visions, they get what are the long-term visions of those companies.
Comparing Pakistani IT market with Indians, why it's like that Indians are more professional, they're ethically more strong, and they are more driven towards work as compared to Pakistani, specifically in IT.
Again, in perspective of professionalism, I am not 100% agree because my 60 to 70% clients, who, even you talk about the company, they stand for me, they were working in India. Right,
and so they
shifted to me, right? So my 60 to 70% clients shifted from India to me, right? So yes, it depends with company they are working and whether the company is building the country image too or not. I'm not saying all the companies in India
are same,
but yes. Second thing is that what I observed when I was attending the conference, now we are doing very good too, but in 10 years ago or 12 or 15 years ago, they were planning to grasp the international market, delegations, their relations, their country credibility. Those kind of things was making the impact on the international clients. That's why they were getting the work easily. We are working too, like not only as a company, but being a nation and being organizations who are working within the country, they are trying to do that. But still there is a gap. If we fill that, I think so there will be big companies as compared to the United States. Like if we build that brand, we can grow really good, and we can. Most of the Pakistani companies, they open the office international. Like if you see on our website, our headquarters is in Islamabad. But most of the companies are operating here, and they are not disclosing that, right? Because they are afraid about that. Why is that?
Might be that. So as we are talking about the team, there are so many Pakistani entrepreneurs in IT field who are afraid because they might be doing something not very appreciable, like fake profiling, like things that are not very ethically proven. Na? Exactly. So might be that's the reason, one of that. But then on the other side, there are lots of people who are doing very good work as well. Exactly. Okay, now you tell me, if you're hiring 10 juniors in your company, mostly how many you retain? What is the average of good people out of 10?
Okay, the good thing like in Vizz Web Solution is we very filtered hiring we have. We have average stay 2 years plus, which is very less in IT industry. We have 25% employees who are with me from more than 5 years.
Oh wow, that's a very, very good number.
So now when we are initially hiring, we are going through, rather than skills, we are going for attitude, personality, their background, asking the questions which are not related to tech, to understand their psychology and everything like that. So now retaining in perspective, mostly we are hiring 2 years, 3 years experience. Initially, we were going for intern and juniors.
But that was not very doable.
That was like after 1.5 years.
You said
when
no.
They are going to become a very good, and you
then
have
they
to
are
take
off.
Then they want to shift the job. So mostly we were looking for those guys who are at least did freelancing. They know about some projects. They know about what is the psychology of client, and they understand, the things related to this tech space. What are the challenges? What are the realities? So they are at least used to those challenges, those problems of this industries and kind of things. So they are a bit aware of what they are going to do now. Yes, exactly.
What are the 2 to 3 major qualities you look when you are hiring someone? Instantly.
Skills, attitude, and self-starter.
But you said attitude first before?
In attitude, positive attitude.
Okay.
In perspective
so
of like,
skills or attitude and then skills?
First is, of course, attitude. Right?
Okay.
They should have a positive attitude, who they are, whether it is a positive side, like their psychology, as I explained before that. To look on their professionalism. Attitude is going to explain those all kind of factors, which you need in a good person.
So Pakistan is having high expectations from IT industry. And in last 6 months, you guys are doing a lot as well, contributing towards the GDP. Where do you see that 5 years down the road?
It's growing really good. If the sport which is coming now, the towards where we are thinking, if that keep coming, we are definitely going to grow.
Oh wow!
Right. And on the other side, if I talk about the next 5 years, the good shift from the last 4 or 5 years, most of the service-based companies are shifting to the product, which is the success, right? And in international brands, they have equities, partnerships, like us too. Right, so which is a very good model. So I'm thinking like it is going to grow really good.
Where do you see your company, Vizz Web Solutions, 5 years down the road?
I'm seeing that we will have a good big brand products around the world. Like some of them are already developed, right? They are in the big product has definitely a growing phase, and which is not like 6 months or 1 year, right? So we already done. We are partners with that. So we are looking like we are going to create many jobs. Actually, whenever I talk to the clients too, like we are doing very good, but we want to create more jobs for our people,
cute.
Right? So definitely that's what contribution we are going to do, and we are going to grow smoothly. It's not about like we grow in the numbers. It's about like what you are doing best, and the people around you, whether they are employees or your clients, they are happy with you. That's actually satisfaction.
And that's the actual thing that needs to be done. Okay, now no more IT and no more Winways. Now it's all about Mudasser Abbas. So Mudasser, how you started? you were working somewhere else and then you started this company, or how it
Yes,
happened?
my first 4 years I was working like as a developer. I started my career as a web developer.
So it was like any web developer who is into some XYZ company,
Exactly.
going there daily, doing the web development
Exactly.
and coming back.
Yes, I was doing double shift jobs. Like I was doing 2 jobs at a time.
Why?
And
Just to make
same when I started. Like I was a person like who not take a single day off. Like in first 10 years.
Why?
To work. Like when I see my father, my brother, they are going in the morning working. It's comes from the childhood. Like I have to work. Like the work is very important for you, right? So that's the same way I follow. Now I'm changed. I'm saying that you should balance your life. But initially working, and when I'm doing, I love to do the work.
So you gave your best, your teenage, your early 20s to work.
Exactly.
Acha.
Yes. So
there was nothing other than work in your 20s.
It was like when I started working, when I opened the company, a lot of friends, like I was not giving time to them.
Oh.
Family function in the working day, no chance. And a lot of other things like in working days.
Do you regret that?
Not regret.
Okay.
I think so. That required if we want to grow. If everybody, because I see in Pakistan, if there is raining outside, your staff is 50% coming, and it's not happening in Japan. It's not happening in US. It's not happening.
You have to fight for you have to fight even for the very small things.
Yes.
If you actually want to work,
then you have to become role model for them. If in the COVID, nobody was sitting. I was sitting, and I leave my desk and sit with my employees, so they feel COVID is same for
you
our
as well.
bosses. So you have to become the role model for them. You have to set examples for them.
Okay, for example, when you were 22-year-old and you were devoting all your life to work, what about the 10 other boys? Were they doing the same?
Means?
On average, 10 other your friends or the boys around you of your same age, were they doing the same? Or you were the odd man out?
I think how I was doing that was more than what you're supposed to do. I'm telling you that my thing has been changed. You should not work much on the weekends. Initially, when you are starting ventures, it's understood, right?
But not later.
Yes, but with the passage of time, you have to manage that. Work-life balance is very important for the life, for the, giving priorities to the other things too. But yes, what the work priorities is, that's very important. If you have something sudden come in your working day and emergency, then you have to cover your extra work on the weekends. That's understood, right? But if you are not covering that, it means you are not creating the balance between work life, It means that you have to balance that working hours has been dedicated for work. Try to do that until or unless there is a very serious emergency.
Otherwise, please work.
Please work for those hours.
Is that the common practice in your team as well? Now they actually work?
The working hours, my team is like my lead guys they are also a role model for the rest of the guys.
Great.
Right. So they are following the same practice. They are giving the priorities to the employer, to the clients. And also sometimes clients need out of the work routine, some help, urgent help. They come for that. Against that, they get compensated or get some free days off and kind of things. But they understand that. They understand this happens, right?
So you are balancing life now, work-life balance. Ho raha hai ab aapse?
Being a founder, being a leader, it's very hard. To be very honest, it's very hard because you have to deal with so many challenges, right? And you have to go for extra mile, right? And I said that's same like if someone is standing on your door and you are sleeping well, someone has to take the responsibility, right?
Wow.
So it's about like you have to still take responsibility. So I'm still at least 8 hours working must.
Now let's not talk about work. No work. Tell me 2 hobbies of Mudasser Abbas. Other than work.
Yes, my hobby is to travel and go to the hill areas, to the nature, and then playing badminton is my hobby.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my hobby. I like nature. You can see aquarium, plants in my office too. So I love to do.
So what are your 2 favorite destinations for travel?
One more thing is like I go international tours. I go to many different countries, but I love to go northern area of Pakistan.
Specify those northern areas, please.
Like Kumrat, Gilgit.
Okay.
Those all areas are very beautiful. So I love to go there, and I spend three days at least. Closest area I can go because I travel and then spend 1.5 days. My max tour was 7-8 days, right? But in the field we have to stay in touch. So that's why.
So you can't go take too much.
Can't go too far.
Too far.
Yes.
So okay, do you watch Netflix?
Yes, I do.
Oh, finally, there's something other than work now. 2 movies or 2 series you recommend others to watch?
I recommended to many people. Last couple of weeks, I don't remember the names. There was one Indian movie where the guy has give the CSS exam.
12th fail.
Yes.
Oh, yes. You remember he was not going to see the result because he was so sure that he must have flunked.
Yes, that's a very good example.
It's a beautiful movie. Beautiful.
Exactly. So, yes, such kind of movie. Normally, I watch like surviving movies are my best movies.
Like
Alone Survival. And again, I tell you, I forget the name. I memorize the movies, but I forget the name. So there are multiple surviving movies. I normally search those which are surviving movies, and I see the struggle of those people, how they survive. That's what I like.
That's okay. Do you read books?
I mostly I was reading like when I was in 10th, or now mostly I watch podcasts. I go to the conferences, see what the sessions are coming like from the.
But you don't read books. Not the books. You want to? You want to?
Reading book is time consuming too for me. Right, but
you will be considered at work otherwise, na? If you are reading it.
Like for example, Shahabnama. Shahabnama is a very, very book.
The distinction between halal and haram.
Wasif, Kiran Suraj.
Wow.
So those, but
ये कहाँ से आया?
Like that was before when.
कुछ याद है आपको शहाबनामा या कोई ऐसी लाइन जो बड़ी आपको पसंद हो?
It's not in my if I talk about Kiran Suraj.
कोई एक लाइन जो आपके दिल में सही लफ्जों से नहीं बस याद
like हो. In Wasif said कि वो ड्राइवर जो एक अच्छा ड्राइवर वो होता है जो हार्न कम इस्तेमाल करे और ब्रेक्स कम लगाए. There was a kind of for the life he was saying.
मतलब शोर कम मचाए और.
This was an example of, but it was in the life, like how you have to balance your life. That was the example behind that. A very long example.
मैं बिल्कुल एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रही थी कि आपको उर्दू से कोई दिलचस्पी हो सकती है. बिल्कुल नहीं. कोई आखिरी उर्दू की चीज जो आपने पढ़ी हो? नहीं.
I don't remember exactly now. But
Okay. So, what is success to Mudasser Abbas?
For me, the success is, I already mentioned that when the people around you who are working for you or for whom you are working, if you are adding the values in their life or if they are satisfied with you, that is one of the biggest success in nowadays. That I call a success.
नहीं क्या बातें कर रहे हैं? People think of some dollars. People think of buying land in Dubai. वो success होती है ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
It's about your expectation level. When you increase your expectation level and you leave on that, then might be you're not satisfied, right? So that I already shared you, like when we were talking before, like in first 10 years of the company, if I earn more, I increase the salaries. Or if the client said or relaxation, so I was not saving that. It means my passion was to work, not saving.
And you were known for that as well, that you whatever you are earning, you either invest in having the shares of the company, to the employees, or again back to the company, na?
Exactly. So that's but definitely.
So don't you love money? Sorry, such a stupid
motivation
question.
is very important in the money perspective. What you are working, if you are getting, but that is not number one priority. Second thing is, so that's not a number one priority, which I will say. But
so that was success. What is happiness to you?
Happiness to me is for me, like if you're talking about other than the work, it's like a peaceful time, a satisfactory time.
At hills,
that's happiness. And in work perspective, I already share, if my people are happy, then definitely I'm happy too.
Isn't it like that you're too bound with the work? Too much of the work is there?
Yes.
Yes or no?
I can say it should be, I create a balance with the passage of time. I was too much involved in the work. That's what my my friend says and that, but I remember when I was not married and my friend teased me like, इसकी तो शादी नहीं होगी, इसकी कंप्यूटर के साथ शादी हो चुकी है.
तो आपकी पहली बीवी अभी आपके साथ है इस वक्त.
And even my wife says same to me that you have to get out of the work. When you are sitting on the sofa, when you are thinking about your work, please stop that.
Get it off from your head.
Yeah, spend time with the kids, and that's what I try to do, because when you are taking overburdens and big brands and you want to fight in that with not like the shortcuts, like many companies, I don't want to say that in India or in Pakistan, all the companies, when the company, they did a product for the company in the US, they launched with their own name. We not did that, right? Those shortcuts we not adopt.
You know, Mudasser, this is the sign of a successful entrepreneur. Apart from the jokes or jo bhi sab kehte hain, but whenever you will be looking at any self-made, very successful person, even in US, Iger, Roger, or anyone else, Nike CEO or this Walmart CEO, they all have got the same story. So congratulations, you are in that league. And that's very appreciable. Or mujhe lagta hai that you should be telling this to our youth as well. So please tell us your message of hope and optimism for the youth, for the young boys who wants to be Mudasser Abbas.
Yes, so for the youth, my message is that they should please do what you love to do, what you are best in. Second thing, you should be consistent in that, no shortcuts, and make your credibility, make your brand. This will be long lasting, and it will take you to, then your imagination will be your limitations.
Oh.
Right? So that's very important.
Thank you so much, Mudasser. Usually people comment on me that I have got high energy and that I work a lot, but I think so I'm far behind you, and I myself so want to be like Mudasser Abbas, who's so focused on his work. Or I learned a lot from you, and number one is the focus. Number two is again the focus, I guess, that you are so focused on your work. But number three is balancing your life. Yes. That you have realized, and now you said that you are now managing the work and life together. And number three is about your perfection, that you want the perfection in your work, not only for the client, but for your team as well. As you said that your leads are so good at their work, so that the rest of the team are following them properly. So there is a lot, and I wish good luck to Mudasser, and I really wish good luck to Vizz Web. I really wish good luck to Vizz Web as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.